Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know the last video I promised you a different process tutorial video, but I thought for my first time doing something like this I'd show you something a little bit simpler. About a week ago I made these little matchbook notepads. I know there's a ton of videos out there that show you how to make these, and I watched quite a few of them, and I just wanted to show you my little take on them. And I thought as I was making these, I made them basically to use up my paper scraps. I had a lot of strips, and I made the strips to fit this size, so I could use them up and cut them up. And but as I made them basically for free gifts to give, to my customers. But then I thought, geez, these would make really good favors for weddings, and parties and things, little gifts for people. There's so many other uses for them. I had a lot of fun making them too. I'll just show you a few of these. I decorated them really simply, but you can do a lot more with the fronts of them if you want. There's that one. This one with a little bit of leftover. I even used my leftover ribbon, which I have a huge jar full of. There's some with seam binding. They open up like this, and you've got, your paper inside. Very cute little thing to carry in your purse, to take notes. There's this one, I used some Tim Holtz paper that I had cut up and left over. So I thought I'd show you very simply how I made these in my little different way. So you take a piece of paper. This is 5 3/4, I think, by 2 inches. That's all you need. Yeah, 5 3/4 by 2 inches. And then you want to choose something that, is fairly sturdy, like the Tim Holtz paper. I think that's like 65-pound paper, or even a little bit thicker cardstock. These are all from paper collections, strips I cut up from various paper collections. You also want to make sure you don't pick something with too much of a direction, because when you fold it over, the front will be right, but the part that you fold up will be upside down, and so will the back. The back will be upside down. So you want to pick something that's, not going to be too directional. Like this one will work because the back, when you look at the back, it doesn't look upside down at all. So yeah, I cut up a bunch of strips. I thought, let's start with this one. I like this one a lot. You take out your scoreboard. Oh, I forgot to get that out. And you lay it down on the side of the paper that you want showing on your booklet. And you also turn it with the left side of the left side of the paper that you want as your front flap, right here on the left side. And then you score at 2 1/4, and then 2 1/4, 2 3/8, and then 5 inches and 5 1/8. And when you fold that, it gives you a little bit of a gusset to leave some room for your paper to fit into. So when you fold it up, this is the front, This is the back, and this is the little flap that folds up. If you want me to do that, I'll do that one more time. So you take your piece of paper, you take the side that you want showing, which is this side. You take the side that you want as your front cover, you know, the folded over part, and put it on the left-hand side of your scoreboard. And then you score at 2 1/4, 2 1/8, 5, and 5 1/8. And you take it and crease at your folds, which will give you a little bit of 1/8 of an inch gusset, the top and the bottom, just like that. So that's your first part. This away. The next step is to cut your paper that's going to fit in to 1 3/4 inches wide by 2 1/2 inches long. And that will give you a nice fit inside of this little matchbook. And I would say if your paper's kind of thick, I'd say maybe 6 to 8 pieces. If it's thin or you have a mixture, you know, go with what you think is enough, and that will fit inside that little 1/8 inch gusset. So here I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of paper. So, excuse my voice. I still have a hoarse voice. I'm still trying to figure out what's causing it, but I can't stop dead in my tracks, so I'm just doing my best at making this video with a hoarse voice. Okay, so you have your stack of papers. You line them up, and you take your stapler. And I would say go up about, let's see, I would say maybe about 1/8 of an inch at the bottom, and try to center it. I'm not good at that eyeballing stuff, but I'll do my best right here. And staple, which is pretty good. That's not too low. So now you got your staple. Then what you need is some strong double-sided tape. And I used a Scor-Tape, but there's also a tape that you can get, I believe, in JoAnns or Michaels. They call it red line tape. It looks like this. This is real sticky and strong too. I've had this left over from years ago. I should use it up, but I haven't yet. I've also seen another brand, I think, in JoAnns recently of double-sided tape, and I think I saw it with the adhesives in the scrapbook section of JoAnns. They have a little section of adhesives, and I think I saw double-sided tape there. So anyways, take a piece of double-sided tape, just a small piece. You can make it a little longer if you want. And then cover your staple. And this kind of helps secure it while we're doing the other part and punching the holes. And then you take your tape off, just like that. And fit it inside of your book. And you want to fit it right above the first score line there. I don't know if you can see it from here, but right in that, above that first score line, and then center it. Just like that. Even. down. Then fold up your bottom. So it's kind of flat at the bottom, like that. Okay, so this a little bit secured in there with the tape. And just checking to see if it folds in, which it does. Nice. Okay, your next step is, if you have a big bite, this is a really good use for a big bite. I think it's called, yeah, a crocodile big bite. Or you can use an awl, like this one. You want to punch an 1/8 of an inch hole, like in these, about a 1/2 inch in and 1/4 of an inch up from the bottom. And I do that, knowing me, who likes to measure a lot, I do that by using my Tim Holtz ruler. I do 1/4 of an inch and a 1/2 inch and mark a dot. Like this. And then this side. So we have 2 dots. Then I take my big bite and I set it for 1/8. There's a 3/16 and a 1/8. And it's just 1/8 that I want here. So move your thing so it shows 1/8. Then I set it inside. Can't see as well without my light, but I often turn it like this and I can see it better. And punch. And then the other side. And punch. There you go. And then, now comes the fun part. You take your collection of ribbon scraps. I put some in the back here. Pick out something that might go with it. Maybe this color. What else I got here? I have some Sorry ribbon. Oh, here's some. This might go. What do you think? This one or this one? I think this one. You take it, you thread it through your holes. I'm gonna cut this off. Oops. Cut it off and string it through. And if you can't get it through, I always poke it through with something. Where's my? I use this, which is a I forgot what they call these, but they're like a embossing tool. You also use them when you're scoring. I got a set of these with all different size tips, and they're great. I love it. I love them. Okay, I should have started threading this way. So let's take that out and go the other way. Stick that through the hole. And this hole. Sure it's flat. The holes are a little off. Pull this through some more so you can tie a knot. And just take it, tie your knot. And just center it as best you can. There you go. And then you can just clip them off however long you want them. And you've got yourself a little matchbook. And I think these are great to give away to customers, or free gifts, or make them wedding favors. And you can really embellish them a lot. Or, if you want them simple like this, a lot of these little die cuts I used on the front were either from Tracy Fox's, I think she called them Tiny Embellishments kit, or also Tim Holtz has ephemera packs with little tiny embellishments in them. And these are Tim Holtz. I believe this one is a Tracy Fox. This little parcel post is Tim Holtz. This little label is Tracy Fox. That's another one of her labels. This is I think this is Tracy Fox. I'm not sure. And this is Tracy Fox too, I think, or it could be Tim Holtz. I can't remember. But you can embellish them as much as you want. You can put flowers on them, lace. And another idea I had was, if you don't want to do the 2 holes at the bottom, you could also put more tape, like extend your tape out to, for example, to the edges of the paper, or put 2 staples in to make it more secure. Extend your tape out to the edges, put it in, and instead of putting holes in, you could decorate the bottom with some lace, like that. So there's all different ways you can decorate them. It's real versatile. And that's it. That's what I had to show you today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's my first one. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look and joining me in a little bit of crafting. And I will see you soon with a tutorial for what I promised you, which was for this, where is it? Right when I wanted it, I can't find it. Here it is. For this little booklet. That's the next tutorial I'll be doing. Showing you how to make this little thing. So, have a good day, everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye.